What's up, YouTube? I'm back again. It's been a while since an upload, so here we are. I have some subjects that I want to talk about, maybe. So perhaps a future video, I want to talk about balance and how much it actually matters, because I think people will watch something like for example, Beastie tier list or something, and then think, okay, so this reflects on me, and I don't think that's necessarily true. Like, he's usually correct in terms of the balance at his skill level, which is the very, very top. But how much does this actually reflect onto our gameplay in Gold League or Platinum or wherever you are? Or even me, like I'm also at the top. I'm like top 30, but I'm still nowhere close to his level. So even for me, some of the things that he believes don't apply to me. So maybe I'm gonna make a video about that. Let me know if you find it interesting. In terms of the educational series, I wasn't playing for a while. I ran into someone playing Malians, and then I didn't play for almost 3 weeks because I was annoyed at the game because I don't like Malians. So since then, I've just been like, I quit for a while, and then I've been back playing. I've been streaming on Twitch, and whenever I run into Malians, I just quit because I don't like to play against them, so I just don't. And I also found that as I was getting into the a little bit of the higher levels, I started having a harder time to find my words during a game. So I felt like I was starting to mumble a bit, and like the quality of the videos was going down. I wasn't as happy with them. Um, so that was also a reason why I kind of stopped making those from my perspective. But I have been playing again. You might have seen some of my replays on Durango's channel. And I think I'll just play sometimes, and when I think a game is either well executed or interesting or whatever, I will give you guys the replay. So today we're going to be looking at his roast mirror I played against Aveley. Aveley is about my skill level. We've always been roughly the same. And I picked this game because I think I executed a good strategy. Um, so let it be clear that this is not a cast, because this is from my perspective. Um, so we're just gonna see my point of view. Personally, I've been liking with Ruse is that you don't train a scout, you just train vills. Apparently, I do my TC, but whatever. And I rush this up with 4 vills, and then I get my scouts through the hunting cabin. Because I feel like the 25 seconds in a TC, you're deleting 1.1 and a quarter vil of production time. So I'd rather just train vills, and then I train the scouts from here. So a rush mirror will be becoming more and more common. Like for example, this is high view, and I think Rus is a good, has always been a good civilization on high view. You have a lot of scouts to be able to get vision inside these stealth forests, and there's usually a lot of bounty to get. And yeah, I'm gonna be playing 3 scouts. You can either do 2 or 3, but in a mirror, I do like going for 3 for sure. And we're just trying to pick up the bounty. Another thing that I was missing when I was doing the educational series, that I couldn't play with music because it would mess up the recording. So now I can. I've been playing with music again, which I find a lot more chill. I've pretty much had my game sound disabled, which can be tricky because you don't hear the scout yell and you don't hear wololols and all that stuff. But whatever, we don't have to play perfect. So yeah, we're just doing bounty stuff, and I'm gonna age with the Kremlin. I really like the Golden Gate, but the Kremlin has just been too strong right now, so I feel like I have to go for it. And we're trying to reach that 250 bounty, so... Yeah, something that was unlucky this game is that you always have two hunts on either side, so this one and then I have this one, and where's my second? Well, somehow I managed to scout exactly around it. Like, I'm currently on the lookout for it, making sure it's not here anywhere. So yeah, we completely missed that. So I'm gonna go pro scouts, and that's why I'm going to gold. And I'm adding a second hunting cabin so that I'm able to get pro scouts in one of the cabins, and then get additional scouts to pick up the hunt with another cabin. And it's also gonna give me generate gold. So this build order is about this build order is about taking the food of the map as much as I can. And I'm gonna macro towards a TC. Because roost mirrors are really safe. You can't really attack anyone. You have a gremlin and a TC to defend. You can even call the gremlins, and then yeah, there's just no way to really die to a push. So you can just go for a second TC without even trading military. Feel really safe. And since we both know this, Avery is a good player, we're both gonna go into eco. He also has this gremlin on the stone in the woods. I can never attack him as well. That's why I like the pro scouts, because I'm gonna be trying to take his hunts. And if I reduce the amount of food that he gets from hunts, like basically what I'm trying to say, a deer contains 350. And if I take it, that means I get 350 and he doesn't. So it's like a 700 food difference. So this is 2,800 food, if that makes sense. Like, I'm stealing his food, which is a lot different than securing my own. Like, let's say I'm taking these back, it's just 350 because this is my hunt anyway. So I'm gonna try to take as much as I can, and yeah, I've been finding Pro Scouts pretty interesting to try in this matchup. I feel like it's probably good. And I'm training scouts from the hunting cabins. He sees what's going on. And what I like to do is get up to 7 scouts. So that's, for example, if I go to this hunt pack, there will be 7 deers, and I can try to take all of them. So I'm assuming now that since I'm taking his hunt, yeah, this is always something that you should do. Interesting trick. I don't know if I did it in this game, but if you hold Alt and then you move your mouse, you can turn the screen. So on the minimap, I can see that there's still deer available, because the icon disappears whenever you picked up all 7. So there should still be a deer here somewhere. And I will usually try this quickly, see if I can spot it. And if I don't, which I believe I couldn't manage to spot it here, you can just hit backspace to get your camera back. Bit curious where it is. Maybe someone does see it, but I don't. But yeah, there should be a deer here somewhere. I'll just move along. So yeah, I gave that a shot and I didn't find it. But for example, the same happened here, where that's the deer I couldn't see, I think, and then I moved the camera and you can see them clearly. So if you have like an unlucky camera angle where the tree is blocking your view like this, you turn it and you see it. So we're adding a TC, and I think a decision in the roost mirror is, do you go 2 TC or 3? And I feel like since you're that safe and you're that unpunishable, I kind of like going 3 TC. But you can also play 2 and go faster castle and try to get the relics. I think both options are available. So now this is where his TC is, and I'm gonna try to yoink some of the hunts, but I think 2 is a good amount. You're gonna have scouts dying, and it's because you get slowed down that much. And then if a scout with a deer dies, then an empty scout can pick it up. Like 3 is too much, and then 2 I think is a good amount. So I've taken, well, basically this deer. It should have been 7, but I only saw 6, and then I took 2 of his deer. So he's down a lot in deer count right now. And he's using the gremlins to destroy my hunting cabins, and I call for my own. And I'm not scouting what he's doing, but I'm not really interested either, because I'm confident in my own build. I'm getting the hunt under my TC, I'm going 3 TC. Normally I would say scouting information is really important, but in this case, in the Roost Mirror, it's less important as long as your build makes sense. And I use the militia to kill the boar, and I like this TC spot because it secures the boar, and it's also next to 2 gold mines. So it secures gold for me as well. And now I'm just gonna macro towards H3 while playing 3 TC. And yeah, basically not interacting with my opponent whatsoever. Normally speaking, I would advise to do stuff in H2, but I think the Roost Mirror is the exception. And now, since I've taken as much as from his side of the hunt, of the map in terms of hunt, now I'm just secure my own. And as you can see, the icon disappeared from the minimap, so I did grab all of them here. Yeah, he was doing some harassment here with the scouts and the militia. So I think I lose a will or something, but it's fine. And we're macroing towards TCs. Alright, so here, this is interesting to note. He reaches Castle Age. So can I draw any conclusions from this? And I instantly drew the conclusion, without scouting info, you can still draw conclusions, is he is on 2 TC. Because if he also went 3 TC, he wouldn't have been up this quick, I think. Especially not since he doesn't have all this food gathering under his TC that he has. He doesn't have all this hunt. So if he managed to do this with 3 TC, I would be very impressed. So I kind of conclude, okay, I'm 1 TC up on him, so I'm going to get an eco advantage on him in terms of TC. And he's going to get more tempo when picking up the relics. So try to use information that you get, like try to think about what does this age up mean. Yeah, and I'm just spamming Vils, going Knights, and I'm going for Abiot Trinity to try and contest some of the relics. Ideally, I would like to get, if I get 2 of them, let's say I go for the 2, I want to go for the 2 save ones, because he has the advantage in tempo on the warrior monks. If I manage to get 2 of them, it's 2 versus 3 relics, and I'm a TC up. So I would be in a good spot. But the most important thing here is that I'm in a great spot because of all this hunt that he doesn't have, and we are 1-1 in terms of the boar. So the boars are equal. So I'm just going to be able to outgather him in the food count. Yeah, I was too late for that relic. He already picked it up, which was smart by him to go aggressively for the furthest relic. Like, he didn't go for this relic, for example. He tried to contest mine first, so that's a smart move from him. And then even that one, I'm gonna try to chase it down. Yeah, so something happened here is that I want to kill the warrior monks, but I was playing with music, and I wasn't sure how long the Wololols were going for. I wasn't sure if this one Wololol as well, because I didn't have any game sound, so I was a bit unsure if I could fully commit. But essentially, he manages to pick up all the relics. So late game speaking, we're on a timer because he has these relics. And if the game really stabilizes into like an Imperial long game, then these relics really start to matter. But in terms of direct eco, my eco is ahead because I'm 3 TC and I have way more health. So I still like my position. Since it is a replay, you can see the score really far ahead, despite us not really interacting with each other. I'm just gonna be able to spam so much more units than him because of this dare yoink that I did. And now I just want to hard commit. Always make sure to get ranged armors, as I always mention. If you attack, you need ranged armors. And yeah, we're just gonna be up a lot of units. Something that I do here, you can consider as ruse. With all this food income, I didn't have the production buildings to spend it. I guess I could have trained more crossbows, but at some point I was floating a little bit of food. And what you can do is you just select all your hunting cabins, and you also start mixing in scouts. These guys are bad at fighting, but um, if they're tanking TC fire or they're tanking night damage or anything, like if they're in the mix here, they're gonna be useful. And this is also where soon I'm gonna call all my militia to really hard commit to a fight. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to raid them. And we have a lot of range advantage here. So if this fight in like a small choke is good for me because my crossbows can pick up the knights. So I should pull these back. I don't wanna hard commit. I wanna have a choky fight like this. This is good because my crossbows can do the work. So again, these guys should be pulled back. I'm not fighting well here, but the crossbows are doing their job. So. And now I've called all the militia, and here we come for the really hard push. And just a lot of random bullshit units with the scouts and the militia. It's going to be really difficult for him to deal with. He's also being idled a lot. And behind this we have a very good eco. Like look at this food a minute, 2300 is quite insane. And because of the deer yoink, we also had berries still. So his berries will probably already be out for the most part. And yeah, we can just overwhelm our opponents. And I think pro scouts right now, it's actually still pretty decent, especially in matchups where both of you want to take resources from the map. Like for example, if you play against HRE and they're just gonna make farms in their base anyway, the benefit isn't as big. But now that I've stolen his hunt, like I've denied this hunt completely, yeah, it mattered a lot here. And it's ultimately what won me the game. So what I find interesting about this game is that we didn't really play the game, in my opinion. We didn't interact with each other. But I just won because I did a better thing than him. And these sort of wins I find really cool because, yeah, it doesn't take a lot of skill. It's just, you know, knowing what to do and how to do it. Leading you to a victory, and yeah, he's just dead. So even though he has these 5 relics, it's never gonna matter because we're not gonna go to this late game. At my direct eco is just too big. So yeah, I'm getting some towers and, you know, bullshit, doing some bullshit, getting trebuchet soon, all that good stuff. I can't really lose from here, so. But yeah, if you're ever in doubt how to finish a game, like, you know, I have the arm advantage, but how do I actually win? I always feel like trying to get a keep drop or something is a good way to close it out. Like, I really solidify this position. I'm gonna be putting trebuchet here. I'm gonna yoink these relics back, and yeah, he's just gonna end up losing. So please let me know in the comments what kind of videos you guys would like to see. I think it was this game, so I'll quickly show the eco difference, and you can just see the massive food difference that we had. So, do you find it interesting if I talk about what shift you should play, like stylistically? I think players have different styles. What shift fits your style? How much do you care about balance? Maybe you have any other suggestions for videos. What do you want to see? Do you want to see more replays like this? Yeah, just give me pointers. I'll read the comments and I'll go from there. So thanks for watching. I'll try to upload again from time to time, and we'll see where we go. See ya.